Deplorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average teen, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TV.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Vikings going up against the Bears. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now let's go! 3-19! Watching that, Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Leopard!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here we go now! Over!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. In motion left, White. And the play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings! Laquan Treadwell, 65 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue landed!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Leopard! Leopard! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
They'll drop the throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end for the short run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
All right, here we go. Green, 39, back down.
Back to throw now on first down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Good. Over. All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And they'll run it here. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come out here in the eye. In motion left goes a tight end.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Leopard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Over. Detroit! Set. 319.
Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
They come out here in the eye.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Green 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kevin White, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. For 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver, 31 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Back down in Philly. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Control.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Over. Here we go now. Green 39. Detroit. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Hearns left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 319. Leopard. Detroit.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Set, blue 90. Blue, no. Set, 319. Watch it now, Barney. Over. Set, 319.
And he motions the wide receiver. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 319.
Looking to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Parkey's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
1st and goal from the 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. On the give, this is their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Williams loses the football. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down.
Here we go now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
In motion, the tight end.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
They went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion left is Wilson. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Play clock winding down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back now at Soldier Field. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be a Chicago first down. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah spins. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now back to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Here we go now. Leopard.
The play clock's running down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe so.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Watching now, Barney.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one.
Green, 39. Green. Leopard.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Detroit. Watching now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Let's go.
White, the man in motion. Back to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.